A long time ago, in a faraway land, there was a beautiful garden filled with all kinds of plants, flowers, and trees. But there was one plant that stood out from the rest. Oh no, this plant grew with every act of kindness. Whenever someone did something nice for someone else, the plant would grow a little bit, stretching towards the sun with new leaves and stronger stems. This is a wholesome plant, and it feeds not on water, but on the goodness of people's hearts. Every time someone performs an act of kindness, it grows a little stronger, and right now it is growing especially fast because spring is here and it needs our help to reach its full potential. The people in the garden noticed this and were amazed. They started doing more and more kind things, not just for others, but also for themselves. They knew that by doing so, they were helping the plant grow and thrive. She couldn't believe that the plant was talking to her, but then she remembered what the old woman had told her. She brought it outside to soak up the sun, sang to it, danced with it, and even told it stories about her life. The plant seemed to thrive on her attention, growing taller and stronger with each passing day. This wasn't an ordinary plant. It fed on kindness, and kindness was responding to her. At first, she thought she was just imagining things, but then the voice spoke again. But Lily didn't give up. She kept telling them about the plant and how happy it made her, and eventually she won them over. "Thank you," it said. "Your kindness is helping me grow." She asked everyone to close their eyes and think of someone they loved, someone they were grateful for, or something they were looking forward to. The villagers cheered, knowing that they had saved the plant. They knew that by doing good things, they were helping the plant grow, and that in turn made them all feel good. Then they all opened their eyes and started sharing their thoughts with one another. Its leaves were wilting and its stems were drooping. They were worried that the plant might die, but then they remembered what the old woman had said. They helped each other with chores, gave each other compliments, and even forgave one another for past mistakes. Its branches spread out like welcoming arms, offering shade to all who passed by. The villagers continued to care for the plant, tending to it and making sure it had everything it needed to thrive. As they did, Lily watched with amazement as the plant began to revive. Its leaves perked up and its stems straightened. They had heard rumors of its incredible growth and were eager to learn more. They realized that the plant was right, and they thanked the old woman for teaching them that sometimes the most extraordinary things are the result of the simplest acts of kindness. They examined the plant's roots, leaves, and flowers, but they couldn't find anything unusual. They traveled the world, interviewing people about their experiences with the plant and the effects it had on their lives. They published their findings in books and articles, hoping to inspire others to perform more acts of kindness. The plant needed their help to reach its full potential. She needed help from the other people in the village. "You're looking at the plant the wrong way," she said. "You are trying to find what is wrong with it instead of focusing on what is right." So she went around telling everyone about the wonderful plant in the garden and how it needed their kindness to grow. They sang to it, talked to it, and even read poetry to it. And as they did, Lily watched with joy as the plant grew. It reached higher and higher, its leaves becoming greener and thicker with each passing day. It wasn't particularly beautiful or rare. In fact, it was just a simple basil plant growing in a small pot on the windowsill. It feeds on the kindness of people's hearts. Whenever someone does something nice for someone else, the plant grows a little bit. And that's why it's so tall and strong today, because the people of this village have done so many kind things for one another. Now this basil plant wasn't like other plants because it didn't need water to grow. One day, a young girl named Lily came across the plant. She had never seen anything like it before and was curious about its unusual growth. An old woman who was tending to the garden saw Lily admiring the plant and decided to tell her about its magical properties. The old woman said, "This is no ordinary plant, child." She watered the plant with her own tears when she was sad, sang to it when she was happy, and even read to it when she was bored. The plant seemed to respond to her touch, growing even faster than before. Lily was astounded. She couldn't believe that a plant could grow like that. But she also felt inspired. She wanted to help the plant grow and see what would happen. As the days went by, Lily spent more and more time in the garden. One afternoon, while Lily was reading to the plant, she heard a voice Startled, Lily looked around to see if anyone was there, but no one answered. "Who's there?" she whispered. "It's me," the voice replied. "I am the wholesome plant, and I am grateful for your kindness." Lily was shocked. From that day on, Lily became even more determined to help the plant grow, but Lily knew that she couldn't do all the work alone. At first, some people were skeptical. They couldn't understand how a plant could grow without water, and they were afraid to get involved. The people of the village started visiting the plant every day, but then something unexpected happened. One day, Lily and the villagers came to the garden to find that the plant had stopped growing. So they all sat around the plant and started performing acts of kindness for one another. But the plant still wasn't growing, and they knew that they had to do something more. That's when Lily had an idea. As they spoke, Lily watched with wonder as the plant shot up into the air, its leaves unfurling like 1,000 tiny flags. From that day on, the villagers continued to visit the plant, performing acts of kindness not only for the plant's sake, but for each other's as well. And so the legend of the plant that grew with every act of kindness became a part of the village's history, reminding them that even the smallest act of kindness can make a big difference. Many years passed and the plant grew bigger and stronger, reaching a height of over 20 feet. One day, a group of scientists came to the village to study the plant. "This is a remarkable plant," said one of the scientists, "but we can't seem to find anything wrong with it. It's perfectly healthy." Just then, an old woman who had been listening nearby spoke up. The scientists were confused. "What do you mean?" "This plant doesn't need water or fertilizer to grow," the old woman explained. The scientists were stunned. They had been so focused on finding something wrong with the plant that they had forgotten to look at the bigger picture. From that day on, the scientists dedicated their lives to studying the power of kindness, and so the legend of the plant that grew with every act of kindness continued to live on, reminding people everywhere that even the smallest act of kindness can make a big difference.